So I'm currently driving a Jaguar F Type V8S, which is the rear wheel drive one. It is a 5 litre, it is supercharged, and it is basically 500 horsepower. And these things, oh my god, the noise that comes out of these things. Basically, this is what I'm driving at the moment. People keep asking me, what is it that you drive? You're a car dealer, what do you own? I don't own a car. I've got an Impreza, but it's not really a car, that thing. It's kind of beyond being something that's even reasonably comfortable to drive. It's absolutely awful. So I do tend to drive around in whatever stock's in. Now this has taken my heart at the moment, and it is, for me, the theatre on this car. So a few different reasons. Number one, it is comfortable. These seats, oh, I love the colour of them. I know it's Marmite, but I love the colour of them. They're really comfortable. They hope you can adjust how far the bolsters squish your love handles in, and I'm hoping to go nippier and nippier with that because I'm losing a little bit of weight. Are you going to go for that gap? It's about so. I like it because it's comfortable. It's got all the refinements that you need. The air conditioning's ice cold, everything's really nice. And my missus likes it to drive around in as a car. However, and this is the quote from her, that car turns you into an arsehole, Rob. I agree with that, because it is just, oh, the noise that comes out. I like a C63, I'm a V8 boy. I like a V10, I like a V12, I love the theatre of those, but there's something aggressive and honest about a working class V8. That makes sense. So it's like it's a blue collar car. You know, your mate next door might have an Audi R8, you've got an F Type. And everyone down at the pub thinks you're a bit of a legend, he's a bit of a tosser. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things. But the noise that comes out of this is something else. So I'm going to give it a little beans on here. I've got traffic building up behind me. Oh, already. And let's have a bit of third gear, shall we? I literally love it. It is just so addictive. Now my missus doesn't like it because wherever I drive like that. Or even if you're going through town centres, you'll just light up the back tyres a little bit because you can. But for me, it's just special. There's something special about this car, and I like it a lot. So, where are we? I'm rambling on. Interior is really nice, really easy to live with. I like the fact that it's been built ergonomically, so that you can rest your hands in places that you want to rest them, so you can use the touchscreen without bouncing all over the place. I love the fact that the seats are comfortable and look cool. Very difficult for car manufacturers to get that one right. Love the noise, love the speed, and I love the fact that the back end is super, super squirrely. And there's a little bonus one there. I think it is beautiful. I genuinely think it is absolutely beautiful. So close to Aston Martin sort of beautiful. Anyway, we know it isn't, but it's close. Things I don't like. There's always things you don't like. The fuel consumption is bad. It's bad. I put 100 quid of the good stuff into this, and it gives you a 200-mile range. That's optimistic. It's really is optimistic. But then again, I've not driven it sensibly. So maybe it do 250, I don't know, it might do. In my experience, the fuel consumption is bad. So that's one of the things I don't like. The second thing is the rear view camera is absolutely appalling. It's shocking. You may as well shut your eyes and hope for the best. It does have parking sensors though, so it's kind of irrelevant. So they're two things that I don't like. The other thing I'm not a massive fan of is when you've got it in dynamic mode. I don't know whether this is subconscious, and I'll be corrected by plenty of people online, I'm sure. It just feels a bit choppy to me, does it? Is the suspension affected in dynamic mode? I don't know, I should do some research. It just feels a little bit like it's bouncing across the road. The other thing that I'm not a massive fan of is the boot is pretty tiny. So I had a mate who came in, he's after something else, he's got an M2. He's become a mate from selling him a car, but he's a golfer, a golf instructor, a guy called Joe. Hi Joe! And he really liked the look of this. I'm going to light the back end here. Traction control off. We're ready. Think of that, white man. I love it. I was driving it the other day with the roof down. I don't think I've driven it with the roof up yet. And it was raining. Not like silly rain, but just like a little bit of rain. And it was cool and refreshing. And I was bouncing through the gears and cackling. And the back end was all over the place because, as I say, it rainy. Anyway, yeah, the boot space. Yeah, now Joe's a golfer, and the boot space, you're not getting a set of clubs in here. Not happening. So, not for golfers or anyone who wants any form of practicality in their life. So, that is a little bit of a turn off, but it wouldn't affect me. It doesn't bother me. I'm not a massive fan of golf anyway, because I'm shit at it. Trying to think of other things I don't like about it, it's quite difficult. I'm a little bit in love with this car. Oh, road tax. Yeah, now fortunately I'm driving around on trade plates, which means it allows me to road test cars, which is what I've been doing, and also allows me to take cars to and from the business, etc. The road tax on this thing, as far as I'm aware, and I don't often check because I kind of only need to know when a customer asks, I think it's 700 quid for the year. I might stand corrected on that, but I'm pretty sure it's £700, which is pretty barbaric. There is another thing I don't like about it. It's just come to me now. So yeah, we did manage to get to 5, didn't we? The other thing that I don't like about this car, but I kind of like about it at the same time, I don't like the fact you can't start it without it making a racket. Now I also like that because I like being looked at, look at me with my big noisy car. However, in the morning when I'm firing it up, so I live in quite a nice residential area, it's very palatial, but when I fire it up in the morning, you can just feel the neighbours getting annoyed. Do you know what I mean? No one said anything. So yeah, that to live with wouldn't bother me, but I think it would bother your neighbours, and if you are the sort of person that cares about your neighbours, then that might be a little bit difficult to live with. But oh god, it's just so hard to dislike. So I put, yeah, I've used quite a bit of fuel. I feel like I could quite easily do a long journey down to the south front. So if I just put it into not mental mode, how do you do that? I don't even know. I'll leave the spoiler up because that doesn't matter. But I do feel like you do quite a comfortable drive to sort of the south of France or whatever with the roof down, and get down there and actually enjoy yourself when you're down there. So yeah, hopefully you found that interesting, and hopefully it has talked you either into buying a Jag or away from buying a Jag. For me, if you've got the opportunity to do it, I think value for money, this car's going to be 33 grand, there or thereabouts, and I appreciate how prices move as the market moves. It's done 24,000 miles. What a huge amount of car that is for the money, like genuinely. And it's got nice spec as well. I could live with this. I'm a little bit in love with this.